All right, so we're in it. All right, everybody. I have Hannah here today on this podcast episode, and we're gonna talk about her profession, her experience, what she's been into. But this is gonna be a unique experience because it's gonna be a two-parter. Today's obviously focused on how her profession experience relates to the fitness realm. But the next episode, we have the part two of this, will definitely focus more on like mental health connection, personal development, growth, so on and so forth, like and how we'll dive deeper into that. But before I botch any more of your introduction, Anna, would you mind just introducing yourself to our viewers?
Yeah, sure. My name's Hannah. My business is called Groundwork Therapy. I'm a licensed massage therapist. I do in-home mobile massage. So I bring all my stuff to wherever you need to be. I provide the table and the linens and the lotion, and I just create a customized massage therapy experience for each one of my clients.
Hmm.
Um, I've been a massage therapist for, I guess, 3.5 years now. Before that, I was a yoga instructor. Um, Before that, I was a teacher. So I kind of have a broad, like, expansive kind of, you know, approach to my massage therapy. Um,
Okay.
yeah, yeah. And my I work with a whole bunch of clients, like from anywhere from I work with kids, a lot of kid athletes.
Hmm.
Um, I'll work with I'll do prenatal massage. Um, but I got into massage therapy because I was coming from a fitness like place. Being a yoga instructor, always being kind of in the fitness world myself, that was what struck my interest. And what's been interesting over the last 3.5, 4, if you count the year of training, is how that's expanded from me to be, more fitness, sports, massage kind of focused, orthopedic focused, to being more integrated with the whole nervous system. So
Oh,
that does
um,
that is that a good introduction?
well, that's a pretty good introduction, and that kind of leads me to like some more questions that I'm gonna like ask.
Great, great.
Um, so you said you've been in the massage as far as like massage for like 3 years.
Mhm.
Your experience as a masseuse, is it like all good, all bad? Are you completely like by yourself? Do you partner with someone else? Like, before I ask you more questions, how is that experience?
Um, I've had a pretty lucky experience. Right after school, I was able to start a partnership with a chiropractic office.
Hmm.
And so I got to start working right away. I know a lot of other massage therapists kind of have to work their way and do kind of more entry level, working at some chains and stuff like that. So I know I was pretty lucky with that. And that really matched up with my focus at the time of being more orthopedic and injury healing, or um, kind of more the physical kind of Western science aspect of it all. That really matched up with the chiropractic. I did about a year and a half ago start my own private practice.
Let's
That's where I
go.
started doing the mobile massage. And now I'm doing a hybrid.
Hmm.
So 3 days a week I work back at the chiropractic office. And that's a really good place to match up, where if we need to collaborate care with the chiro, or and then massage therapy, kind of team up with that. And then I also still have my own private practice where I do in-home work.
Hmm.
So your part of your question, that's the part of the question where I like work with people. The other part of the question, let me go back onto that. I also like to have referrals. So I like to have other massage therapists, because I feel like massage therapy is kind of like dating. Like,
Ooh.
everyone has different expectations, everyone has different needs, everyone also has like a different energy connection thing. So
Hmm.
one person might really just thrive with one practitioner, and it just might not work for the other one.
Hmm.
So I like to have referrals. I like to have referrals to people who are trainers, who are physical therapists, who are strength conditioning coaches.
Oh.
Hey, because it is like, I don't have that scope of practice, but I like to be able to say, hey, this could be improved there. So I do like to work with other people like that. And then, what was the other part of your question? It was like ups and downs.
Hmm.
Um, Yeah, like I said, I've had a pretty lucky, it's been surprising how well I've done over the last 3 years. I really love it. Um, Maybe some things that come to mind are like finding clients is always a struggle, like the marketing aspect of it. I don't like making Instagram posts. It's not what I went to school for, you know? Marketing is networking. Ugh. So, and then dealing with my own injuries, that's always a thing, because massage therapy is a very physical, literally hands-on thing.
Literally.
I'm I'm working the whole time. So managing my own injuries. I'm doing pretty good, knock on wood right now. I haven't had any injuries in the last year and a half. So um, yeah, I think that's kind of it. Pluses are, like I said, kind of collaborating with the people, seeing my clients improve, going from someone who walks in and she can barely walk because she's in so much pain to now she's starting to be able to get more, mobile, active, doing the things that she loves,
Mm.
learning more about her own body, that kind of thing. I think that's kind of the best experience.
Well,
Yeah.
I love all those things for you. That you get to help that many people, collaborate with that many people.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So thank you for answering that. My next question is, and you kind of solely kind of hinted at this earlier,
Mhm.
is do you have a unique or approach that is unique to you and how you like essentially do massage? So for example, I the as a coach, I what does NASM call it? NASM's has a really scientific word for it. The regional interdependence model.
Okay.
It's like things are linked to each other, right? So like
Hmm.
your hip pain may be the source of like your shoulder pain, right? Like
Sure.
some people look at it like, yeah, your shoulder's messed up, but let me check out your hip just because I'm curious. Let me
Yeah.
make sure we work on the hip. Now there are some people like I've been to a Rosti before, and they do like that, like I think it's massage, but I think it's called like soft chiropractic or soft tissue
Hmm.
chiropractic, something like that. And then so if I'm hurting, they often just focus on the area that's hurting.
Yeah.
So like if I came in there with like golfer's elbow, like the masseuse is like, hey, forearm, meet thumb, yeah, and like it's
Yes.
pain,
Yes.
like taking the knee, and I'm like, I can't breathe. So like, there's obviously different ways you can like approach massage. Like, do you have an approach that's unique to you? And would you say you have like a specialty?
Specialties, I'm going to work backwards because that's how my brain works.
Backwards.
Specialty, uh, it's kind of fallen in, like it's revealed itself as I've gone into it. I
Mhm.
just happen to find myself working with a lot of athletes, um, which is interesting because I've come about that around kind of the back way. When I first started massage therapy school, my goal was to do sports massage, to
Mm.
like really almost like become a physical therapist in a way, to meld the training and the more specific like muscular injury, focusing on those things. I went through tons of training for that,
Hmm.
um, and I retained a lot of that, but there's just something about it wasn't resonating with my actual practice. And then I took a certification that was focused more on energy healing, which I was totally surprised by. Like I walked into it not expecting to be part of this. I was just going to take one class because I needed to continuing education units. And I ended up, it just resonated with me so much.
Mm.
Um, and gave language to some of the stuff that I was experiencing as a massage therapist. So, I have the a lot of knowledge about anatomy or fitness, but that's more shallow for me. I like to refer out for that, but
Hmm.
what I end up using a lot is intuition.
Mm.
Um, so that is what I think surprises a lot of athletes, because a lot of athletes, especially if they're bodybuilders or power lifters, or they're really knowledgeable about specific things, and I totally respect that. And then they come in and say, hey, like you're saying, like my elbow hurts. Can you fix my elbow? And I'm going to work on your elbow for sure. But I'm also curious about like, why are you lifting so heavy right now? Let's go into that why. Um, and then one of the things that I feel like I hear almost every day I work is, oh, I didn't know that part of my body needed work.
Mm, okay.
So they come back, oh, I want my low back worked on, and I'm going to work on your calves. So it's kind of a blend of that.
Okay.
Um, it's uh, it's a combination of I'm going to check this anatomy train, but I'm also going to like, where are you at vibes wise? Where, maybe you actually don't need a really super heavy, deep tissue massage. Maybe right now you need an hour to chill out
Okay.
and let your body heal
Of
because
all the stuff you put it through.
you've been put, torturing yourself in the gym. Also, why are you doing that? What's the why?
First and foremost, don't get me on the song table because I'll be like, because my daddy didn't love me. Ah.
All right, right, right. Oh yeah, there's always a why. And sometimes the why is because I have this drive and I have this goal and I'm like, totally get that. Let's go for it. And sometimes it's, I don't know, I just need to do it. I'm like, okay, well, let's
Maybe
ask.
look
Yeah.
into that while you're massaging. Like maybe think about that while I put some pressure on your
Uh-huh.
back real quick. Like
Uh-huh. Yeah.
okay, legit. Your
Yeah.
intuition, whenever you experience or whenever you use that as like your tool, is
Mhm.
it like intuition? Like, do you feel it, or does it come about like from as you're touching the person? Is it more so like when you walk in that day, I was like, you're giving me, I'm not giving you deep tissue today vibes. Or like how when does your intuition kick in? Is it like upon first touch? Is it like when you see him walk in? Like how does that like play a role? How do you use that tool?
It varies. Some people are just undeniable. I'm like, oh, buddy. Okay. I never I had one client. I'm like, okay, I kind of asked the intro questions, what kind of pressure do you like? And he goes, I don't think you could give me as deep of pressure as I want. And I'm like, okay, we'll see.
Jesus Christ,
And
this
I
is gonna
start
be
off
so.
saying, like, I usually start off kind of medium pressure and I work deeper. And then you just tell me when it's enough or if it's too much. And um, he was, I'm not proud of this, but he was a challenge. I'm like, I'm gonna make you
Say you're sorry.
cry uncle.
You're like, say you're sorry.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
He's
Um,
probably like, no.
it's yeah, I actually can, but do you need that? Like, is that something that you actually need, or is that something that story that you've told yourself? Um, and again, it depends where that person is. So sometimes it's when they walk in. Sometimes when oh, I can feel this muscle is starting to react to me. I'm not going to go to that deep tissue place on this one. I'm going to let that muscle react to me. Um, and and sometimes this is a fun one too. I don't know if you've ever experienced this as a trainer where you kind of feel like you're off that day, but then your client is like, "That was the best." You know? There's
Uh,
definitely been times like that where I'm not feeling it at all, but there is still that connection that's happening just as, trying to be a good human to my client. So,
that is a fair and reasonable experience. I know, like for me personally, like there was one time like this, it was like a 6-year-old masseuse, and she was like really sweet, and I walk in, she's like, oh wow, you're like really muscular, really thick. I was like, yeah, I've been working out, I do that. She's like, how much pressure do you like? I was like, I do like my deep tissue. But
mhm,
like, I understand like if you're like if you had a long day, if you're tired, you feel like you don't have the energy. Like I've had a masseuse go like I was like, hey, I noticed you switched from like your thumb to your elbow. Why is that? She's like, I've got like 5 more sessions today, and there's no way I'm using my thumbs up on you.
mhm.
If I
Yeah.
was like, yeah, trap right there. If I use my thumb on your trap, I have no more thumb today. I'm not doing it.
Yes. Yeah.
I was like,
Yeah.
feel free to like if you need to alter how you want to do stuff because of how your work schedule is. Like, I get it. It's all good as far as pressure. Like, I just need to
Mhm.
get work done for sure. And then she's like, well, I'm old, but I am strong. And I was like, oh, you sweet old lady. I appreciate you. And then she like grabbed my trap with like the pincer technique that I've never like it was like the Lucci finger hold from like Kung Fu Panda, where it was like, and I was
Yes.
like, and I was like, if if it was like it would have been the equivalent of like Yamcha trying to train at Vegeta's gravity, where he just hits the floor,
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
turning the device on.
Yeah.
And I was like, and I was like, she's like, is this good? I was like, that's actually the most powerful thing I've ever felt in my entire life. I was like,
Uh-huh.
I feel like if this was Planet of the Apes, like I'd be asking for forgiveness, like, hey, like, forgive me. Uh,
Yes.
like she squeezed me like that tight. So I was like, okay, cool. Age, nothing but a number. I get it.
Mhm.
You've shown me the error of my of like I didn't even diss you. I underestimated you, which may have even been worse. You win this round.
Totally.
Uh,
Totally.
so I get that. We're like, I'll make him apologize. He'll be like, maybe ease up.
I'm
Uh,
good. I'm good. Actually, I'm good. I'm like, okay, all right. You let me know.
learned a long time ago. So right now, like I said, I know being MC is just like the primary
Hmm.
breadwinning like
Yes.
activity, but you also have a life outside of your job, right? Because you do have your own practice, but you do work for someone else. You kind of have like this hybrid thing going on.
Yeah.
What would you say is the biggest obstacle that you face regularly when it comes to both like work and life outside of work? Because I know those are technically two things that can often in play and impact on each other.
Yeah, that's a good. uh, I have a lot of spinning plates. Um, I have my own private practice that I'm trying to maintain and grow, but
Hmm.
keep in that manageable place. I have I'm working with a chiropractor, which is great, but also it's like the pros and cons of working with someone versus working on my own. That you get the benefit of their bringing in clients, and they're doing the laundry, and they're providing a space, and also scheduling weirdness, and weird cancellations, and compensation communication, and all that stuff. I'm also a single mom of 4 kids.
A
So,
small army over there.
yes. Um,
Please continue.
so the weeks look, I have them 50-50. So on the weeks that I don't have them, I work my ass off. That's when I schedule all my private clients. I'm working nights, I'm working weekends on top of, and then when I do have my kids, I'm only working during the day. I'm, so there's that fluctuation that happens, balancing that. Um, and trying to have a social life, trying to, have a relationship, trying to keep my own fitness going. It's a, and then and now I'm going to grad school because I don't have enough on my plate. So,
It sounds like you needed life to be harder. I could tell by the way he was talking.
but here's a funny thing that I've noticed as like, so I'm in a new relationship 4 months in. It's great. Yes, trying to, and then, kids are going back to school, just signed up for a personal trainer myself. There is something about having a full life that makes you figure out what's important.
Hmm.
Using that calendar of, oh, actually, it happened today. So I had a client this morning. I had therapy at noon.
Hmm.
I had meeting up with you this afternoon. Um, I had a cancellation. Was supposed to have 2 clients this morning, and I had a cancellation. So I'm like, okay, that workout is going to go in that spot.
Well,
I'm not just going to go home and chill, which I could, because chilling is important also. But let me get that workout in real quick, and then I'll have this. You find the chunks of time to whereas over the summer when the kids are at home and I'm not working as much, and like 4 hours goes by, and you're like, what did I do? What happened?
oh no, not the what did I do? What happened?
Yeah, right. I don't know why I don't have time to go to the gym. Because,
4 kids, single mom,
uh-huh,
grad school.
uh-huh,
Own practice, high. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
it's a lot. I don't know how
It
you
is.
did that. Um, but it sounds like from kind of what you just explained, that the thing that you I don't say struggle with, 'cause it's not a struggle, you're doing it well. But it sounds like the biggest obstacle that currently like sits at the forefront of what you're doing is balance.
Yeah. Yeah.
It sounds like you just literally have to balance some stuff sometimes. Could be
Totally.
not even sometimes. It sounds like you're always balancing
Every day. Yeah.
many plates, as you say. But like essentially finding the balance not only week to week, but like on a day to day. Because essentially,
Hmm.
like one client cancels, get your workout in here. If this happens, do this. So it sounds like you in a past life were like on a trapeze to some degree,
Yeah,
based off
probably.
the level of balance that you just kind of like described or what I just like understood of what you've got going on.
Yeah, like, oh, that plate over there, it's I got to go spin that one so I can come back over and spin that one and keep them all keep them all going.
Keep them all
And
going.
here's one that I haven't I think I actually sent you a meme about it where it's like you're telling all your clients to like take care of themselves while you're running off of too much caffeine and one protein shake. Um,
100%. I actually love that. I actually love that meme because that's like, my day to day.
yes.
Well,
But
I try to get my 8 hours, like, because a lot of my clients game, and
yes.
like, obviously, the PS5 controller never stays too far from me. It's always been, know, hands reach in case my city needs me, right? So like,
Right, right.
I was like, I get it, team. Like the control, like the PS5, I can always hear its call, but sometimes I'm like,
Mhm.
I
But
have
I also
five.
yeah,
So
I
like,
tell my clients too, like, I mean, like I'll see so many people come in, you know, second week of January and they're injured because they went from being sedentary to running 3 miles. And I tell my clients to like, hey, today maybe we need just a relaxation massage instead of working on this actual injury because that actually benefit you. And
hmm,
in my own life, my obstacle is balancing that. I don't need that 4 hours to like it disappears into the ether, but I do need to schedule in. For you, it's PlayStation. For me, it's binging. Stupid dating shows.
hmm.
I do need to actually schedule that in because it's really tempting to okay, well, I scheduled this client and I'm optimizing my time and, you know, make sure I saw the girlfriend and, you know, oh, have I like just rested? You know, have I given myself time enough to come home and like chill out before I like have to be asleep so that I get my 6 hours of sleep that I can get?
Six
Don't
hours.
come at me. Don't come at me, dude.
Okay, look, I'm gonna let it slide because this is like a recorded line, right? So I'm gonna let the 6 hours slide today. Um,
That'll be in our next episode, right? You are gonna
that'll be our next episode. Like today, it slides, but our next episode, not sliding.
right, right, right.
Um, so there's that. Listen, let it slide. Um, what else I want to ask? Because you talked about like work and you did mention your personal life. One more question I did want to ask that I have
Hmm.
time for today is how, with what you've got going on as far as growing your own business, doing the hybrid stuff, having the kids, having a new relationship that you're building, that you're working on, like, and I know balance is a thing, but how does work impact those things? Does work stay at work essentially? Like, it's kind of like
Mm,
is massage kind of like a 9 to 5 where it's like, so I worked on like 5 people today. Someone unloaded on me about like their trauma, about how when you
hmm.
touch them there, they're like, "Oh, I
Yeah,
remember I needed to forgive my ex for such and such, and I didn't.
yeah, yeah.
Thank you, I remember now." Like, does that stay with you, or like is it like as soon as like you get home, you're just like work is gone, and I'm here, I'm with kids. Like how does that system work? How does that
Yeah.
work life stuff impact like that personal life stuff?
I don't think there's ever a time where all of these compartments, they're all of the boundaries are all porous. you know,
No, I like that.
yeah. Whether it's, uh I'm carrying in my own stuff from the kids or the relationship or the, stress of starting school or whatever it is. And so I'm trying to be there for my client who needs me to be a facilitator and needs me to be a safe place. And having to figure out how to arrange that. That's real. Um, and also, I'm home, but I'm thinking, oh, I got to make sure I send that reminder for that appointment tomorrow for my client. Or gosh, I had this cancellation, how am I gonna pay my bills this week because I, plan that out. Or and then there's definitely some, like you were saying, there's an energetic aspect of it where someone will come in and either they talk about it or they don't talk about it, and I just feel like they're carrying something heavy. And that was one of the things that I really liked about this training that I did. That's this other modality called zero balancing. It's more of an energetic thing,
Mhm.
skeletal alignment stuff. They taught us how to put up a boundary. Like,
Ooh.
we're not trying to merge with our client. We're not trying to dive into their stuff. We're there to help each other out. You remember that movie Emperor's New Groove?
Yeah, I do
And
actually.
there's this sign. There's this scene where they're trying to climb up the canyon, and they have to push each other. Like, they walk up by pushing each
Back to
other's back.
back to step up.
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah. You're relying on each other, right? But you're not becoming one with the other person. There's a boundary there. And so,
Mhm.
like, if someone needs to lean on me, I find, I can be that wall. But yeah, it's sometimes it carries over into personal life for sure.
I can be that wall. Kind of. That's like some beautiful language. And sorry, I'm looking because I think it's storming or about
It
to.
is storming. There's kids playing in the rain outside, which is adorable. So if you hear screaming, it's screams
It's
of joy.
screams of joy. Got it. Got it. Screams of joy. That's very important. I think I kind of make a little lighter. There we go. We got a little light here.
Yeah.
Um. So boom, storming. So hopefully we don't get a power outage, but we'll be fine. We'll figure it out.
Okay.
So thank you for talking a little bit about like your personal life too. That's like the majority bulk of kind of what I get in on this specific episode.
Okay.
I'm gonna get you back in here for like a part two, and we're
Yeah.
gonna talk more so about like mental health, like connection, and the dating, and possibly like how you will approach all of the aforementioned now that you yourself are moving into the realm of like a mental health professional, and like
Yeah.
how. And because we're friends, so obviously I know
Yes.
about like your personal life more than our viewers will.
Hmm.
But like how like you identified like some of the things that you were doing, and like is it easier for like someone who has more knowledge or works as like a mental health professional? Is it easier for them to catch those things than someone who hasn't done like that kind of development on themselves or hasn't been to therapy at all?
It's a
Uh,
great question. It's a great question.
we will talk about all those in the next episode. I'm gonna stop recording this now. Everyone, thank you for watching and thank you for like meeting Hannah and obviously get ready for more of her.
Yeah.